What's up, guys? ChrisDoesTheGames here.
That screwed up. That
Yeah.
was a great screw up, my man.
What's up, guys? ChrisDoesTheGames here, and today Chris is back with some more pocket trains for you. Where we last left off... Wait, this isn't a series. We didn't leave off anywhere. Just check today's event real quick. But before we get there, I have with me once again my good friend Joseph. Say hi, Joseph.
What's up, everybody?
Yes, Joseph is back.
Yep,
Joseph is back.
I'm back. And I
He's
have the
back.
knowledge bomb with me.
The knowledge bomb. He has the knowledge bomb with him. We talked a little bit over Uvu, which is like Skype for those of you not aware, and we were able to get him to get his thing with the information about the stuff. So yeah. So we're gonna, in a minute here, we're gonna go through all of our trains, and he's gonna tell me the actual information for all of them, based on what he believes is right.
Yeah.
Because there isn't actually an exact match, according to him, in the book. So let's get rid of this toolbar here.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Although a few of the locomotives in this series are actual engines. And you have to forgive me, I have my retainer for the first time, so I don't sound very good. But although a lot of the engines in this series actually look like the actual locomotives, a lot of them are very vague. So I will be telling you what I believe is the engine, though I may be wrong. But the designers of the game will probably have their minds blown if they are watching this. But other than that, yeah. So let's send off some trains. I have a little bit of lag on my end, so
there's a lot of lag on my end.
I see an emerald steamer.
Ah, here we
It's
go.
totally photoshopped. Oh, there we go.
Okay, we're gonna have a few more trains to send off here. Really quickly, let's look at today's event. We have 69 left. High immaturity. The natural water supply for the residents of Glasgow has dried up. Oh no! Help get water to the parched residents. Deliver 75 jobs and earn a special train crate, and bucks. We have approximately 3 hours to deliver that, so I'm not going to tell you what time it is here.
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
Yeah.
I'd tell them the time, but you know.
Yeah, let's deliver some stuff. Get a few more trains sent out. We did expand a little bit here.
Informed,
yes.
I understood that you did not know how to describe or to say that town in Norway, but it turns out that Copenhagen and Copenhagen are actually the same thing.
Yeah, I figured.
It turns out that no matter how you say it, it's the same thing. If you're from Norway or Germany and you say it, it's Copenhagen.
Yep.
But if you're a white guy like you or me, it's Copenhagen.
Say Copenhagen.
So yeah. Yeah. So either way, it's right.
Yep.
Just, you know. But if anybody thinks I'm wrong, or he's wrong, or both of us are wrong, just
tell us in the comments. And like this video.
And of course, like the video. I mean,
Okay.
You can't go wrong with liking the video.
So really quickly, before we get into your train information, let's look at some stuff I did recently with our lines. I have this dark blue line now taking this entire area here, because this is a pretty fast train, so we can get through these places pretty fast. So right now I don't mind it taking up this entire area, but eventually I'll split it off into its own railway between Budapest, Kiev, and Istanbul.
Which locomotive is it?
This is the National Express.
Oh yeah, right. I've seen that thing in action.
Then we'll have a line to Athens from Budapest and line to Helsinki from Moscow. So Joseph, the floor is yours, man. Let's start with our existing railroads. Tell me about the National Express.
Well, hold up, I gotta flip to it, because I'm using a book right now, so I'm old-fashioned that way, but that's how I got my start. I started learning about trains when I was very, very young, and I knew a lot about them from watching old train videos, so yeah. So, to start off, the National Express engine is what I believe to be, because it looks like a rail car the way it's shaped, but from the front of it, as you can see those two little white dots, which are the headlights, it could be a Class 40 1CO-CO1 or 1-CO-CO-1, and it is usually a mixed traffic type diesel locomotive. It's a 4-foot 8.5-inch gauge locomotive, but if you're from overseas, it's probably 1,435 millimeters. It is propelled by a English electric 2,000 horsepower type SVT V16 4-stroke turbocharged diesel engine and generator supplying current, my bad, 6 240 horsepower or 180 kilowatt. No suspended traction motors geared to the main axles. In other words, all of its wheels are powered. It's got it weighs about 238,032 pounds, or 100 tons if you're from England or something. It's got a max axle load of 29,672 pounds, an overall length of 69 feet, 6 inches. Has attractive effort of I had to do it, man. I had to do it. Attractive effort of 52,000 pounds and a max speed of 90 miles per hour.
All
so
right,
it's a pretty cool locomotive.
So then how do the stats, according to your book, compare to the actual stats that we have on screen right now?
Well,
I know you just said the speed.
The speed is pretty similar, but I don't really know much about how much fuel. So the stats here are very vague, and the locomotive on my book is actually very, very different. The only similarities to the engine in my book are the yellow front with the headlights. So that was the only thing I could use to compare it to the engine that I have in front of me right now. And you can always provide pictures to the viewers if you want to, but that's about it.
All right, let's look. I have a question for you. So, carbon steamer, bluebell steamer, cherry steamer, emerald steamer. Are those relatively the same thing?
And vanilla.
And vanilla steamer.
I believe that I'm pretty sure that they're the same thing. Although the bluebell steamer with a tender kind of looks like something else, but I'll begin with everything else. What I think everything else is a Remembrance Class 464, which is from Great Britain also. It has a tractive effort of 24,180 pounds, an axle load of 44,000 pounds, and unlike the other engine, this is a steam engine, so it's got different things. Its cylinders are 22 by 28 inches, or 559 by 711 millimeters. Its driving wheels, which are the big wheels that turn or provide power, are 81 inches, or 2,057 millimeters across. It's got a heating surface of 1,816 square feet. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm pretty sure that it means that's how the firebox, that thing that provides the heat, works. The superheater is 383 square feet, or 35.6 meters squared. Steam pressure of 170 pounds per square inch, or 111.9 kilograms per square centimeter. It's got a grate area of 26.7 square feet, or 2.48 meters squared. It's got 8,000 pounds of fuel, so if you bring that back up, I will be able to compare the fuel there. It can carry 2,700 gallons of water.
Which one are we on? The emerald steamer, or wait? Because they're all the same.
All of them, but
okay. Well,
here's the emerald steamer. Bring up the emerald.
Okay, here's the emerald steamer.
Yeah. So it's very, very far off from what it's supposed to be. The fuel is 270 there, but here the fuel is about 8,000 pounds.
Well, you know, this
wait a minute.
This 270 doesn't really identify a unit.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the cool part: the water, you just add another zero, and you get how many gallons of water the engine can carry. 2,700 gallons. So I could be right. It has an adhesive weight of 126. This retainer makes it hard to talk.
No, we really can't.
An adhesive weight of 126,000 pounds, and a total weight of 200. What?
No, go ahead.
A total weight of 222,000 pounds, and an overall length of 50 feet 4 3/4 inches. Man, that was a mouthful.
All right,
but it looks pretty. It looks way different though. That's the one difference. It's a 464, unlike our little guys, which only have 8 wheels. So it's completely different. But I'm pretty sure I'm looking at other things. The wheel configuration is completely different. So now what?
All right, Joseph. In the interest of time, let's go through some of the main stats and how some stats compare to what's going on in the game here. Let's look at our Mallard, Joseph. Does that compare to anything that's in your book?
It actually is a real engine, and that is one of the real engines. It is the Gressley A4 class steam locomotive, and I'm only going to read the fuel, which is 1,800 pounds, which is a little off, but then it
doesn't really give a units for this.
Yeah. But the cool thing about the Mallard is that at one point it set the land speed record for a steam locomotive at 125 miles per hour. So this thing actually was the fastest steam engine in the world at one point.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah, if any of you out there have a Mallard part you want to send to me, do that. And then in a bit here we'll talk about how you can get parts back from me.
And anyway, if you go to the Daylight, that is also a real engine. So
okay, let's take a look at the Daylight.
The Daylight is a Class GS4 484 steam locomotive, and it's a pretty cool engine. It was run by the Southern Pacific Railroad in America as a passenger engine. It's pretty strong. It's got good stats overall on my end. Fuel 4,900 gallons. Tractive effort is 71,173 pounds, so that thing can put out a lot of strength.
How's the speed on it?
This thing used to run a lot of trains from along California and stuff, so it's a really cool engine. And there is actually one still around. It's called the 4449, I believe. So if you want to check that one out, I don't know where it is, but you could search it up online. So, yeah.
All right, let's take a look at another part. How about our National Express we went over? How about the Metro Express?
Metro Express, I think, is the same engine.
Okay.
The Metro, the National, and the all the ones you see with
Global
those two
and the
little
regional?
white. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're all the same engine, but if you go back to the National, go back to there it is. The symbol on the side there is a striking similarity to that of the British National Railways. So that is one indicator of how I was able to get it. And below it, the Rio Grande steamer.
Does Rio Grande compare to anything in your book?
Rio Grande. The Rio Grande was an actual railroad, but in my book, which I'll tell you the book title after as the video closes, but I'm not sure whether it's an E or an F series, but I'm pretty sure that it's an Electromotive Division F series BO-BO body odor. But it is a pretty cool locomotive. They made a lot of them, and they're in a lot of railroad museums across the United States. They're very popular, and they're commonly referred to as streamliners because of the shape. It's got a speed of about from between 50 miles per hour and 120 miles per hour, so they can go pretty fast. And let's see, propulsion, weight, and the tractive effort is 57,500 pounds, so it can pull a lot.
All right, so what is that? What is that you just said to us? The retractive effort. What does that do?
The tractive effort is how strong the engine is. It's how much strength that the engine puts out. It's it differs from locomotive to locomotive, but
of course,
for the most part, they're all the same depending on the engine. So yeah. Oh, and there's one. Oh wait, never mind. That's not what I was gonna look at. But yeah.
Next we have the Gila or Gila. Where's it at?
That's
the Gila Standard. Standard, yeah.
I think it's the
Gila Standard.
That is the same as the Rio Grande Standard because they're about the same type of shape, same type of engine. So they're about the same thing because they're both streamliners. Because if you look at the shape, go and X out of there, like continue or whatever. There we go. If you look carefully, their shape is clearly similar. Although the fuel car does look a little bit off. It could have been a little bit different.
And last but not least, go ahead.
Yeah. But the fuel car in my book is actually more rectangular. It isn't a tank car like that. It's like the engine, but
with the corner around
without
it, the corner,
that front
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, without that pointed part at the front of it. But what's the last engine?
Cool. And last but not least, Joseph, does the Dragon Breath compare to anything in your book?
Okay, the Dragon Breath. You really had to ask me that, did you?
Yep.
The Dragon Breath does not compare to anything in my book because
I expected that
engine
much.
is, I think it's like a showpiece. It's like it's one of those cool things that you include. But if I were to make a guess, it was inspired by a Thomas the Tank Engine episode where Thomas was supposed to deliver a train car with a Chinese dragon strapped to the front of it.
All right,
And
for fear of
there's a-
copyright strikes, I won't show a picture of that, but you can look it up on YouTube somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can look it up on YouTube or something, but yeah, it looks pretty good, and it looks similar, but that's about all I know about the Dragon Breath, and I don't think it's real. And if, for those of you that are looking for the book that I was reading out of, it is called The Great Book of Trains by Brian Hollingsworth and Arthur Cook. It has been, let me see, picture credits, no, that's not it. I want to look for the publisher. I need to find the publisher. Ah, it is published by Salamander, I think, but I'm not sure. I'll keep flipping. This is so complicated. This is why we kinda have computers, because it's so hard to find stuff. Well, I have no idea, but yes, it is published by Salamander Books, and it has the address in here, but I won't go into that because it's very long and arduous and complicated. It's by Brian, like I said before, it's by Brian Hollingsworth and Arthur F. Cook, and Patrick B. Whitehouse consulted for steam locomotives in this, so if you want to check it out, that's the title, and it's a pretty good book. I've had it for a long time. The cover looks a little, the book jacket looks a little bit ratty.
Alright, sounds good. So really quickly, guys, let's open up a crate and see if we get anything new. A Gila standard part. Alright, a Gila standard part. Alright, that makes 3 parts out of 10.
Rio Grande engine too.
Don't worry, that was on purpose. Something else, you guys, I want to mention is for our stats. I'm not going to bring up the stats page because I don't want to edit it later. But for our stats, remember we still have that contest going on. The 50th subscriber, for those of you who aren't aware, the 50th subscriber has failed to respond to my personal message that I've sent out to him or her. So I'm going to open up the contest to you guys, not you, Joseph, no, you guys.
I know.
That if you want to be on one of my episodes, anything that I already do that you want, I'll have you on. I'll probably Pocket Trains, actually. I'll put you on Pocket Trains. We will have a 50th subscriber stand-in contest. Here's how it works. You have to guess how many miles I've delivered. I've had all my trains combined, total traveled. So that's what you guys have to do. And the way you do it is through sending me a personal message on YouTube, and I will look at it that way. In the subject header, just put something along the lines of Pocket Trains 50th sub, or Pocket Trains contest, or something along those similar lines. Also, for those of you...
So basically, if you want to be like me, just, like, enter the contest. So, yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who are not in the US or Burma and use the metric system, you take the kilometers, divide that by 3, and multiply that by 2. And you get a roundabout number of how many miles that is. And if you want to be more accurate, you can look it up online. But there's a quick conversion for you. Divide by 3, multiply by 2. And then you get how many from kilometers to miles.
And I think there are rules, right? Did you...
yes, there are rules.
Did you have rules?
Submissions are due by the time Thursday's episode comes out at 4 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time, which is Greenwich Mean Time minus 7 hours. So if you want to do that, you have to send in the response before 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, because that's when I'll be recording the next episode, and I will show everyone's responses then, and then show the grand total of stats. Again, it's whoever can get closest. It is not who can get closest without going over, or who can get closest without going under. It's whoever can get closest. There is no first come, first serve. It's just whoever's closest wins. And yeah. Another thing I want to say is for gift code requests. I've had people gift code me a whole bunch of stuff, and I would love to gift code you guys something back. Oh, it's in my stats. Okay, I'm not going to show it then, but I'd love to gift code you guys something back. If you want me to gift code you something back,
WSC, wasn't it?
Might have been. I'll put.
Yeah.
you guys can go back in another video and check, or I'll have it somewhere. But basically, if you want me to give you a part back, if you want to just give me a part, that's great. But if you want to expect a part back, then you have to send me a personal message through YouTube. The subject title has to be your gift code ID for me to send to you. And the subject body can just say Pocket Trains and then whatever part you want. So that's what you put down there. If you want a part, you don't have to put that down. If you don't put anything, I'll just send you a part. I'm pretty good about sending nice parts. I don't send steamer parts usually, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, Joseph, is there anything you want to add real quickly that you think I may be forgetting? Because I feel like I am.
Well, basically, it's a lot of fun to do games with a guest stuff with my man Chris here, and he does a lot of good things. He's a very intelligent individual. He knows what he's doing. He has a good plan together. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be part of that, or be like me in a sense, hanging out with him, you can enter this contest and guess at how many miles the train has gone. And I can't enter it because I'm already hanging with him. So yeah.
We already make videos
so
together,
enjoy.
Joseph. I don't know if we already make videos together. Now, I don't know if it'd be considered cheating, but Joseph, I'm going to ask your personal opinion for this, for the betterment of everyone watching. Joseph, what do you think? How many miles do you think I've gone so far in this entire game?
I'm really not sure, but
just throw out some wild number out there. Who knows how close you'll be, but I know.
I for the sake of fairness, I'm not going to put I'll put an estimate. I'd say about maybe 20,000 miles, 30,000 miles, somewhere in that range, I think.
Well, I'm not going to give you feedback until we record in this recording, but there's his opinion. If you guys need it, take it or leave it. It's up to you. Also, another thing I want to tell you that I remember now is the amount of miles that I'm going off of is the amount put off in Monday's video. However much I have since Monday's video recording will not affect that. So when you make your guess, you're guessing off of what Monday's video was, not what Friday's video will be, or Thursday or any other day. It's what Monday's video was. That was episode 11, I believe. Episode 11, yeah. So there's that. I hope to see a lot of you guys participate because this is going to be an awesome opportunity for you guys to really connect with me. And if you know me, you know I love connecting with my subscribers. So that's going to have to do it for this episode. If you like this, make sure you leave a like and drop a comment down below. If you really like it and want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Remember, Chris does the games.
This is Joseph.
And Chris and Joseph will see you guys next time.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, my gift code is actually down here. It's LWSC, so this video will be appended to the end of the normal video. It's LWSC, guys, to send me a gift code. Part.